Well, there's a title for you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's New Year's Eve. Is it just me, or does it not even really feel like New Year's Eve? Maybe that's because it's on a Tuesday. It's just weird to me. But anyways, hey, I'm trying to remember the last time that I went live. It feels like it was a couple of days ago, and here we are again today. I've got a lot to share with you guys here, so hoping to make this a good live stream. We'll see. I've been in the lab all day today, working on videos. I got a bunch of videos to be sharing with you guys over the course of the next week, probably. A ton of stuff that's filmed. And yeah, I'm excited to bring so much to you guys, and we're going to talk about that here today. Shout out to everybody taking the time to come rock with me on your New Year's Eve. What's the play for today? What y'all doing, man? Y'all going out tonight? Celebrating? Watching the ball drop? Reminds me of being in prison. Shout out to everybody taking the time to be up in here. Anita, shout out to you for the membership right there. Colby, #1 up in here. I see you right there. Texas, what's going on with your man, Tall Guy? What's going on? Redskin Chris, appreciate you being here, brother. Targeted, what's going on with you? Enrique, what's going on? Amigo. The Spanish dudes in prison didn't like you using the word amigo. Amigo means friend, and they found that to be offensive, especially when a gringo said that. Hey, amigo. Hey, no amigo. Yeah, man, I remember that vividly. Anita, again, shout out to you. I appreciate that. Hello, Joe. Happy New Year's to you from the UK. I appreciate you being here. A lot to discuss on this. I have Jersey. What's going on? I've got a lot to share with you, and I've titled this accordingly. Let me go ahead and take care of a couple of things real quick. Bear with me. We're going to get right up into all of this. There we go. A follow-up that I'll probably regret on New Year's Eve. Yeah, about that. So, obviously, if you guys got a chance to see yesterday's video that I did addressing the horrific situation involving Robert Brooks, the prisoner in New York, losing his life at the hands of correctional officers. That video did better than any video as of late in the last 24 hours. But boy, were the comments worth going through and checking out. So today I filmed a follow-up, and to say that some of my statements in that video caused quite a stir is an understatement. I question to myself, because today I probably did myself no favors talking further about such things, but it's a video that I'm hopeful to get up today, so we'll see. It's rendering right now. There's like 3 videos on my editing timeline. It's crazy. I don't think that I've had a situation take place like this before, where I've addressed a hot topic story and that actually garnered a lot of attention and a lot of crucifying of yours truly in the comments section. But, I wear it. It is what it is. So we'll see how today's video goes. But shout out to everybody taking the time to be up in here. I appreciate you guys. A lot to share with you. So much other stuff going on. So much other stuff is going on. A lot of big videos in the Bammer. I need to get finished editing, and I'll be sharing those with you. I've got the opportunity to get up with Kelly again. We've got some really wild videos coming featuring her. I just got the opportunity today to interview another woman who served 13 years in prison. Her story is crazy. So that'll be coming soon. And then yesterday, I started a new project. I don't even know where I'm really going with it. I met this guy through the thrift store. I'm still working with the thrift store, trying to help them in any way that I can with video content for their social media. I met a guy there that, man, just a fascinating person. And I filmed this huge video with him yesterday, and I hope that it comes out similar to like the first Kelly video. If you think about the way that that video opened up, I think that this video has a lot of implications that could be similar to that, maybe even better, I hope. I kind of am fancying myself on like a little bit of short film documentary style, really trying to land with that stuff. Oh my God, NS. Dude, you didn't have to do that right there. NS is an awesome supporter of the channel. He believes in me quite a bit. I've spoken with him on the phone twice so far. We're going to actually have a phone call after this as well, too, because we're putting a movie together about gay zombies. And, yeah. NS says, what up? You did yourself all favors by talking about a topic of the prisoner being killed. Joe, you got to go in this lane because you go deep shit because you got deep shit to talk about. My views sometimes don't land correctly. Today is probably going to be perceived as me throwing gasoline on the fire in some regards. Truly, I hope that that's not the way that it is. I'm not really trying to explain myself, but I guess that I am. I guess what I'm trying to do is just wear the things that I say. Now, let me just go ahead and share one thing from yesterday's video that I need to address. In yesterday's video, obviously I mentioned what the guy was locked up for, and everybody was right to say that that doesn't matter what he's locked up for. He didn't deserve to lose his life. I fully agree with that. But man, some of the comments were just insane to me. Some people like really misconstrued some of the things that I was saying. So I'm really trying to clarify. And then also new information was made known to me through some of those comments that I wanted to address further. I should have never speculated about a couple of the things that I did. That was a mistake. So ultimately, horrendous situation. Point blank, period. But NS, again, a very special shout out to you for that dono right there, man. I appreciate that. Let me get up into these comments a little bit. Cash says, good show with me. Okay, send me a message, man. I see you're talking about you've done some time. Cool. James says, Joey Crack, what up? I thought you said, Joey, you crack me up. Four Bagger says, I'll be at the casino, Davenport, Iowa. I ain't doing nothing tonight, man. Nothing. I ain't going nowhere. It's New Year's Eve. You know, without knowing. Tonight is probably the night that more people in the country, maybe even in the world, get locked up than any other night. Those police roadblocks are going to be out there. You guys be careful with those. Have you ever rolled up on a police roadblock? Personally, I'm trying to remember a time when I did, and I don't think that I ever have. But God, there's been plenty of times when I was fearful, what if? Fearful, what if? Black Dog says there was no reason that happened to that man. Yeah, man, you're absolutely right. There's a lot that I address in the follow-up video. I don't want to harp on it too much here today in this live stream. I really just want to shoot the shit with y'all, kick the bobo a little bit, see where things take us. And, yeah, man, that's where we're at. Ask me anything. Whoo. Redskin Chris says, I'll be asleep by 9. I feel like I probably will be as well, too. We're going to have a whole bunch of fireworks. I do live in the worst city in my state, according to some random video that I just watched on TikTok. the other day. Why are the videos that I'm seeing that are taking off the most right now are completely AI generated? Videos of like the 10 worst cities in the state of Virginia. AI voice, AI script, and really no real rhyme or reason to them. Now, granted, Portsmouth was named number 1. Shout out to my bad city. But I watched the follow-up video where they were talking about the 10 most slum high schools in the state, and it literally just seemed like they just took 10 schools and just threw them on a list. People aren't even putting work into content anymore. And I take a lot of offense to that. Cue Ball, what's going on with you, man? Sean, what's going on? Mandatory, what's going on? Yeah, man. Shout out to almost 200 people we got up in here, man. I'm going up into these comments a little bit. I got a bunch of stuff, too, that we could probably get up into. Solar, what's going on with you? Appreciate you being up in here. So what else? Chris says, did you ever hear from Remy? Man, I haven't heard from Remy. I don't know anything in relation to him. The only person who would have any information in regards to him might be Jellicoe. I doubt that he's even heard from him. I meant to call Jellicoe today, but I was freaking tied up, man. I've been on house arrest all day when it comes to the content, trying to get ahead with these damn videos. And I haven't had a chance to talk to as many people as I would like. Hey, real quick, to stay on the topic of my city being the worst city in my state, let me share with you something that just happened, I think 2 days ago. Today's Tuesday. I was just up at the thrift store on Sunday filming with Kelly. Yeah, man, this joint happened on Sunday. We're up at the thrift store. We're filming. We film for a couple of hours. We go about our business. I look on Facebook, and somebody had posted in my local city's Facebook group, avoid this store that's in the shopping center with the thrift store. And they said there was a dude trying to go up into the store with a semi-automatic rifle. And luckily, the store owner was able to lock the door. Now, allegedly, the way the post went, they were in the store. The guy was arguing with the clerk, went out to the car, got the AK, was coming back into the store, but they locked the door on him. And I don't know anything else that happened in relation to that. I guess nothing did. I would ask the people at the thrift store about it. I was like, yo, did you hear about this crazy shit that happened? And they said, yeah, they saw the police flying into the parking lot. So thankfully, that didn't end up in some mass tragedy. But man, the whole world is out of control. The whole world's out of control. NS, shout out to you, brother, man. Dude, 2 hundos? I couldn't make that in a week in video content. Joe, what do you think about making cops dress in pink jumpsuits? They did it to DMX way back to shame him and humiliate him. Maybe we got to dress criminals that type of Stewart from Mad TV way. What do you think? I mean, the crazy thing is they're still dressing prisoners up in pink jumpsuits. My city, I don't know if they still do it, but they did it for a while. The city of Norfolk, right around the corner from me, did it as well. Man, they had prisoners wearing pink jumpsuits. Portsmouth, old Pistol City, had pink walls. And it was for that purpose. Tent City out there in Arizona, same situation. Dressing dudes up in pink to humiliate them. Does that work? I'm pretty sure that both cities in my area got away from that. Maybe it was a humanitarian issue that got in the way. I don't know. Maybe it'd be an interesting rabbit hole to go down. I know Arizona's probably still doing it. I said I know, probably. I'd be contradicting the mess out of myself. But in terms of dressing guards up, I mean, not guards, but did you say guards or cops? I don't know about. I mean, unless we're talking about these guys who end up getting locked up and they should be wearing different colored jumpsuits so that they really stand out. Yeah, that would be interesting. You make mention of DMX. They did that to shame and humiliate him. What is prison and jail? Let's start that debate. Is it punishment or is it rehabilitation? Or is it supposed to be a good mixture of both? You know? What is it? What is putting a prisoner in a pink jumpsuit? Is that rehabilitating? Or does that put a chip on his shoulder to say, man, I swear, boy, when I get out this time, they ain't never going to catch me. Shout out to you, NS. I appreciate that, man. More than you will ever know. Super unsupervised, what's going on out there in Norway? Man, it's pretty crazy to think the reach that we have. Wish you and your family the best for 2025. I really appreciate that, man. I don't want to cue the violin track. But after thinking about it, like today, especially thinking about going into the new year, today's the last day of 2024, minus my wife and my son and family, 2024 for me personally freaking sucked. I mean, it sucked. It was a bad year. So I'm really hoping that 2025 improves. Unsupervised, I really appreciate the kind words, man. Billy Bob, what's going on with the gift membership for Cue Ball? Cue Ball been here for a while. That's a good move right there. Michael, what's going on? Shout out to you. Ty says, yo, let's go Trump. Let's go Trump. You see, Trump's got the HBCU performing at his inauguration. Mississippi Valley State University, I believe is what it is. Good shit. I like that. That's a power move right there. That's a power move. I was watching a video today. It's actually a video that I was reacting to. I've got a really good reaction video coming for you guys, but I got a lot of hopefully good videos coming for you guys, like with every video coming in the near future. But anyways, I was watching this video of these women in prison. It's a fascination of mine all of a sudden. And I'm asking the women that I get an opportunity to interview the hardest, no diddy, questions possible. So look for that. But I was watching a video and reacting to this about some women in prison. And they were going around asking, this was during the election. It was fascinating to me. They were going around during the election asking all of the white girls in there who they were voting for. And it was crazy to see some of them scared to say that if they were free, they would want to vote for Trump or, you know, whatever. I found so much fascination in it because I'm like, okay, we're getting to witness here what elections are like in prison in real time here in 2024. But also in a women's prison when you've got a woman who's running for president. And here's the crazy thing. If you said the wrong thing, they was smacking you. Wait till you see that reaction video. That joint is going to be surprising to you. It's really going to be surprising to you. Johnny, shout out to you, man. 2025. Jersey said ready for 2024 to be over. Yeah, man, it's been a violin track for me personally. Billy Bob, APS forever. I appreciate that, man. Hey, you know, we starting to bubble. I mean, minutely. Just a little bit. Kelly's video starting to take off. That's pretty cool. It's skirting that line between going, you know, really blowing up. It's tinkering there. I read a comment where somebody actually apologized to me. I don't remember who left the comment. It was on a video. Maybe it was on a live stream. I don't remember. But they said, Joe, I want to apologize. You said that Kelly was going to be bigger than Danny. And I said that video wouldn't even get 10,000 views. And, well, currently it's got 40,000. I know that that's going to be a tough situation regardless, though, because people have mixed views in regards to that. So we'll see. We'll see how it all plans out, man. Fitness Boost, what's going on? Springfield, Missouri, I see you right there. Oh, shoot. I ain't even tell y'all. Hey, your boy had a medical emergency. Yeah, man. Hey, 2025, I hope I make it through this year. Hey, no violin track about it. You're going to see it, and it's going to become noticeable during this live stream. Wait for it. You're going to see that I can't even really sit here comfortably. Now, it's not hemorrhoids. That's only one of the trillion things I got going on wrong right now. I've got this pain in my side right here, right above my fat, pregnant-looking stomach. I got this nerve pain, and I've had it for the last couple of years, and it would like come and go. Obviously, during my times of being in, not working out or whatever, it comes back more. Maybe it's going to help me get back into my fitness journey, which is always so hit or miss. But anyways, so this pain stems from my back. I've got maybe like what you refer to as a compressed disc or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But the nerve like wraps around my rib. So it hurts so bad right here. And like I got to try to like take the pressure off of it. So I'm trying to sit up more straight to keep that pressure off of that nerve. But let me tell you where this whole thing went crazy for me at. I don't remember what day it was. It must have been Sunday night. Was it Sunday night? I can't remember. I think that it was, though. I used to go to a chiropractor, too. Maybe that helped. I can't remember. But anyway, so Sunday night, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to like try to put a pillow under my back, and I'm going to lay on the floor and try to put my arms up and try to crack my back. So I do that. And folks, this is where everything went terribly wrong for me. My back does not crack. It's so tight and old and, man, I don't know. What if it never cracks? What if I need surgery? I need like 3 of them probably right now. I don't want to sound like a kleptomaniac. Wait, isn't that the person that steals? A hypochondriac. It's one of the two. The person who always feels like everything's medically wrong with them. So anyways, I'm laying on the floor and I got my arms up like this. I got the pillow under my back. I'm trying to crack it. It's not cracking, but then all of a sudden, I start getting sick. And I'm like feeling nauseous and I don't understand what's going on. So I sit up and your boy is nauseous AF. So, I immediately start Googling shit. Back pain that led to upper abdomen pain and mixed in with nausea. And they're like, when should you seek immediate medical attention for back pain? When you got this, when you're sick. So now I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh man, I need to go to the doctor, but it's Sunday night. I don't even have a primary care physician. I go to patient first. And let me give you a quick rundown of everything that's wrong with me right now. This, my belly button hernia, blood pressure, borderline diabetes, hemorrhoids. Straight up. Ain't nothing else wrong with me. Other than that, I'm as healthy as a bug. I'm freaking not doing good. I know that I got blood pressure. I talked to my father recently and, he was 40. He got diagnosed with high blood pressure. He's telling me everything that I'm feeling in my head when I eat a bag of chips and my head feels like it's about to explode. That's blood pressure. So let me get back to Sunday night, right? So I'm freaking out. I'm feeling like I need to go to the doctor. So I'm thinking about going to the emergency room. Well, then, because I'm stressing about this, immediately thereafter, all of a sudden I feel like I've ruptured an appendix. I start getting this pancreatic pain. I don't even know if that's what you call it, but now my upper abdomen and my head, I'm nauseous, my upper abdomen, and then I got this lower stomach thing that I feel like is a kidney. Which it could be kidney stones. That's a possibility too. It could be pancreatitis. It could be an appendix. Like, I don't know what's going on with me. So I'm getting ready to go to the emergency room. My wife's trying to get my son together. I'm thinking about vlogging this. Hey guys, what's going on? Your boy about to die though. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. But I'm scared, right? I'm like, man, I got insurance that I pay $800 a month for. I don't even know where my insurance card is. My wife sends me a picture to my phone in case I end up in the ambulance. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, I'm about to go to the emergency room. If I got to take an ambulance ride there, that shit's going to be $1,500. I don't even know how much that costs. How much is my insurance going to cover of this? That's literally more important to me. I shit you not. That is literally more important to me than all 5 of these things going wrong with me at the time. And I'm like trying to like control my breathing and just say, you know, maybe it's not as bad as you think that it is, Joe. Hey, maybe Luigi Maglione was on to something. You got your boy who's paying $800 a month for insurance, scared to go to the hospital because I don't know what them bills going to be like. So anyways, long story short, I convince myself that I'm okay, and I become okay. I'm like, well, it starts to subside a little bit. Now, you may not remember, and real quick, I'm going to get off of this. I don't want to bore you guys to death with all this trivial shit. It's New Year's. Let's get to some more positive stuff. Maybe I shared it on Joe Does Stuff. Maybe I shared it here. I don't know if you guys remember this one time I was like super hungry. We were doing painting work. I was vlogging the painting stuff, so it was probably over on Joe Does Stuff. But I had eaten, and I ain't proud of this. We were painting an apartment, and sometimes there's food left in the apartments. I was starving. There was some food left in the apartments. It was a half-eaten canister of peanuts. My dumb ass is eating fistfuls of these used peanuts in somebody's apartment. I don't even know who these shits was. They could have been eating these shits with their feet. By the time it was all said and done, that's what I would assume, because later on I go home. Before I even go home, I start feeling sick immediately, like I want to vomit. I get home, my appendix feels like it's ruptured. I'm going through it. Turns out, you know, it was probably a really bad peanut allergy. Like I can't eat a substantial amount of peanuts on an empty stomach. It just don't work. I'm scared to death of peanuts now. But that was the last time that I had felt a pain like that. And I mean, I hadn't eaten any peanuts on Sunday, so I don't know. I don't know what it came from. Name another social media influence. I ain't an influencer. I'm an influenza. That was a bar right there. But name another person who does social media who's going to sit here and talk about they was eating food up out the trash. All right, anyways, NS, I missed it. Let me go right to it. Got you right here, brother. That's 300 you've donated on this live stream, man. Dude, you're doing way too much. Prison and jails has to have punishment and rehab. You got to make it suck in a shameful way that ain't extreme enough to take too much from them, i.e. you violate someone, they lock you in a room with Stewart. What do you think? Oh, okay, we're going to go that route. You know, that's never going to happen. I mean, it is a interesting theory. Sort of reminds me of that scene from that movie Blow. Geez, Mr. Young, your views are really interesting. But unfortunately, the line you crossed was cancelable. And the things you brought with you were illegal. Prison and jails have to have punishment and rehab. I mean, they do. They have the whole segregation. All of these things are, come under fire because you go too far with them. You lock a guy in seg for 10 years. You can't do that anymore. A guy can't even spend more than, I can't even remember how much time it is concurrently. Like a guy has to have a break from isolation. The pink walls, I'm sure that's all gone by now. Maybe even in Arizona. I don't know. But in terms of locking somebody in a cell with Stewie, I mean, think about this. Let's get a little more realistic. What about when it comes to the military tactics of interrogation? Waterboarding, locking a guy in a room, forcing him to listen to Taylor Swift for hours on end. When does it stop? I'll tell you everything. It's different strokes for different things, right? Polar Grizzly Bear, I appreciate that right there, man. I see the views are getting up. Love it. It's a one-time deal, trust me. Today's video will probably do, it has a chance of doing maybe similar views. My guesstimation on it is probably not, because it is a follow-up to yesterday's video. And it takes 5 minutes before I even get to talking about oh my God, I made a fatal clerical error yesterday. But trust me when I tell you, those first 5 minutes are worth watching. They're really worth watching. I think that I paint a pretty interesting picture within that. But shout out to you, man. I see the views are getting up. I love it. We are about to hike Mount Olympus to camp on the top and watch fireworks all over Salt Lake. My first drink is a cheers to you, sir. Polar Grizzly Bear, if that ain't the flex of the year right there. Hey, what y'all about to do? Shit. About to go hike up the Mount Olympus, watch some fireworks. Man. Hey, kudos to you, man. Enjoy it. Y'all be safe. Have you seen the video of the guy that went and hiked up Mount Everest, I believe is what it was? And he was live streaming it. And he fell off the mountain. Did y'all see that? If y'all haven't seen that story, that's wild. This guy was a live streamer. He was an IRL live streamer. And his viewers, I think, kept trying to convince him to go hike up Mount Everest. Now, obviously, he lived like right around the corner from it or some shit. And he went and he tried to do it without any type of real gear. And he made it pretty freaking far when the mountain was closed. The hiking season, if that's even a thing, was over. But he made it halfway up the mountain and then he fell off, which is insane because that's kind of on video too. And they said when they found him, they ain't find but half of him. Yo, if you haven't seen that, y'all got to go watch that, man. Mr. Doodle, Joe Stuttering John Melendez just called you gay. I don't know how I feel about that. They're just words after all, aren't they? How much more can I crank my neck over to kind of give you the get my drift type of a thing? Have I told you we've got a movie coming out? Hey, good old Zach. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate the dono right there. Thank you guys, man, for showing some love here, man. It means a lot. Hey, Joe, sorry for repeating myself. I'm in college. Got any tips for encountering legal trouble if you act stupid in college and when you're flirting with college girls? Zach, you sent me an email about this, if I'm not mistaken. And I read this, and I didn't know if it... You got to forgive me, man. Sometimes I get some emails that I don't know where they're really coming from. But, yeah, I'll definitely answer this for you. Any tips for encountering legal trouble if you act stupid in college and when you're flirting with college girls? I don't know if maybe you're finding yourself in that situation right now. Man, if you're not in that situation and you're worried about something like that happening, because I couldn't even imagine what it would be like to be a young person in a college situation in today's climate. You know, with everything being so offensive and like, you got to, you know, you go to a doctor and it seems like the doctor now has to ask you, can I have your permission to touch you? I mean, when I was going to doctors, I mean, they just stuck their finger up your ass. They didn't even ask. Oh, you wasn't ready yet? Forgive me for making jokes about that. it was a different world. Be careful. Mind your manners. I don't know. That's a really tough one for me. Tread lightly. You don't know what's going to come across the wrong way, offensive, uncalled for, or borderline worse than that. And if you found yourself in a situation like that, and I'm hoping that it's just some trivial stuff like, hey, maybe you said something to a girl and she got super offended by it and she tried to out you, like maybe on the internet, which seems to be a route that people will try to go these days. Say you're sorry. Hey, look. Yeah, it reminds me of the video. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Have you seen the video of the woman who went viral for saying that this guy was following her around in Target? I think it happened in Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, this woman like literally just pulled out her phone in Target and just started filming this guy saying that he was following her around the store. Like, what is he doing in this one particular aisle with lamps? Have y'all seen that? And then dude actually made a video about it like, yo, I'm a college kid. I'm going to school for X, Y, and Z. I'm the guy that's being talked about in this video. I was buying a lamp for my apartment. And then all of a sudden I got crucified on the internet for it being said that I was following this woman around. If you haven't seen that, that's what this kind of reminds me of. Ignis says, not Mount Everest, Mount Fiji. Sorry if I had that mixed up with the guy that was hiking and live streaming it. Y'all definitely should check that out. Not Mount Everest, Mount Fiji. It's over there in, I believe, one of those Chinese countries. China, Japan, somewhere. I don't know. Donnie, man, shout out to you, brother. Appreciate that. Happy New Year's, my friend. May this find you and bring you love and fortune for God and country and with you and your family. Man, I really appreciate that. I'm hopeful for 2025. I feel very positive about it. Got a lot of opportunities right here in front of me. Video content is always number one to me, but there's this big job that's a possibility as well. The crazy thing about it is I'm going so hard in the paint with the video content because I'm from the show me state. I don't believe it until I see it. And nowadays you can't even believe half of what you see. But we got a movie prospect. There's a lot of cool things that I feel confident for 2025 for. And I hope the best for everybody taking the time watching this as well. I hope that 2025 I'm still able to bring you guys content that you enjoy rocking with. And whether or not you agree with me, here I go doing a little bit of damage control for today's video. Sometimes the things that I say, you may not agree with. That is totally okay. We live in a world where that should be okay. But also, sometimes I feel like I get misinterpreted in a major way. Mr. Doodle, Stuttering John is now telling me you hate colors. Look, man, don't ever say no wild shit like that. I will talk, and I guess more so now, like I'm really going down the race. I'm not going down the race rabbit hole, but I'm not shying away from it. If something seems race-based, I'm going to call it for what it is. It's actually one of the biggest statements that I make in today's follow-up video, which is actually one of the statements that I'm most concerned about. But I read a comment on another video where somebody had said something similar. Actually, it was the video that I made that said, when a white guy has a problem with a black guy in Virginia prisons, out west at least, not on the East Coast, because that shit ain't gonna fly out on the East Coast. But out western part of the state, out the old honky tonk. Oh. And man, people gave it. One person was like, Joe's a racist. No wonder you never have black people on this show. Stop that bullshit. I actually got I got a new black guy coming up real soon. I want to nickname him Shoes. Wait till you see that. That joint is going to rival. Whew. I'm trying to think of what you could think of that like. It's a real interesting thing right there. Real interesting thing. So anyway, stop with the shenanigans. Let's get serious here. There was something that I missed, and I'm going way back up here to get it. What? That was that one. Oh man, if it was you, good old Zach, and I missed that, I think it was you that I missed. Why is this not refreshing? What's going on with this? Can I hit refresh right here and that does something? If I go right here, does that do something? I guess it doesn't. Let me get up into these comments a little bit, man. Freda, what's going on? Gallbladder, that could be another issue that I got. The sad thing is I don't even know how you would know. Getting back real quick onto the health topic, another reason why I didn't want to go to the emergency room, well, the number one was because of how much that would cost. Here's the second thing. I'm paying $800 for a month for insurance. I don't even have a primary care physician. I don't even know how you get one. I guess you would go to like Centera and you fill out the application. Oh, God. Yeah, man. So can I share with you this idea that I've got? This is kind of out there, but I want to share it. So I've been doing all of these interviews as of late. Joe's sitting behind the camera. Maybe it's got like a soft white underbelly feel. Maybe it's got like a Vlad TV feel. Who knows? But I've been doing this for a long time. Not trying to copy anybody. But I've been thinking about this. Hear me out. What if I did an interview? I don't know who it would be with. It could be with somebody brand new. I think it would work best. This is a video idea. It would work best if it was somebody brand new who I was trying to introduce you to. Okay? So what if I did a video with a brand new person, Joe's sitting behind the camera, and, you know, I like to ask questions. Hey, you know, whatever. What if I did the video entirely with me not shutting the F up? I literally talk for 30 minutes straight while that person just nods their head like ready to start, but they never get a chance to because I don't never shut up. I literally do the whole interview from behind the camera with them in front of the camera. You don't even know who this person is. And I literally tell you everything about them. All right, so we've got Growing Global here. You know, I met you behind the local Quick Mart. And I mean, I just go in and I just tell like this whole narrative. And I think that shit would be hilarious. YouTube says your ideas are always groundbreaking. YouTube headquarters, I got a major bone to pick with y'all. And you're going to hear all about it in today's video. A Mythbuster expose sort of a deal. Bullet says no, Joe. But Mandatory says go for it. And I'm not laughing. We're not giggling about it. We're just doing it completely serious. Stone face. Stoic, if you will. Though you never see me, you just hear me. I get my Walter Cronkite on. So we got Bullet with us right here. Bullet, you served 14 years in prison for, don't let me make up a story here, but you get my idea, right? 30 plus minutes. We do like a part 2 and it's the same thing. Oh my God. I guess it would really feed that whole energy of Joe always interrupts people and he never shuts up. And I'm not really trying to, I'm just trying to have some fun with it. I think it would be good. Derek, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Is your new character going to be a junk box from Newport News? Oh, I thought YouTube was actually on my side. That was a mean comment right there. Mandatory says Soft White Underbelly gets views. Content gets views nowadays. Yeah, it does, man. He's doing a lot for the local community, too. He's helping people. He really is. I think I'm going to start me an internet feud with that guy. just for the hell of it. You know, when you become irrelevant, which I'm actually starting to build it back up a little bit. Please don't mess this up for me. When you start to become irrelevant, like one thing that I'm seeing people do is they just crash out big time. I'm trying to box everybody. I'm too old and banged up, and my health is not what it once was. Hey, man, let's just have a rap battle. We should start a new segment here on After Prison Show called Cell Warrior, where two contestants face off, just like in the slap box match. They face off, and the only thing separating them is a cell door. We got the cell right here. And basically, the point of this is there'll be 3 judges on the panel. The point of it is to talk the most trash possible to the other person, and whoever wins the talk off, they win. Oh my God, this is genius. Why didn't I think of this years ago? And I mean, you got to say the worst. And it's a game show, so nobody can get mad about it on the internet saying, oh, Joe is creating bum fights 4.0. Talking trash through a cell door. Can you imagine how many fights that would actually lead to? Jamie, I have not heard from Jew-Man in a little bit. AS says, do it, but make up the whole story. Oh, my God, that's even better. Then I would have their reaction as they're sitting there in front of the camera. Like, yo, what are you talking about? That wasn't me. I wasn't having no butter between my cheeks up in prison. Colin says they already have that. It's called Wildin' Out. Come on, Joe. Man, Wildin' Out's on TV. I'm talking about Rumble, where you could say anything. I've never even been on that social media app. I'm talking about on X. I mean, you could use anything. No holds bar is what we could call it. Can you see this? I'm literally making this up. I'm literally flying by the seat of my pants right here. I just gave you a $1 trillion TV show, a Netflix series. Say whatever you want. I've been seeing these videos of Tosh.0 popping up, and man, the shit that he's talking about, oh my God, makes me wonder how much can you really stretch those pockets people are holding on to with society's norms. Oh my God, we'd get sponsored by something. It just wouldn't be something you'd like. Anyways, just an idea here today. In one ear, out the other could be another name for the show. This is why you could never outdo me. You might get the views. You might be more popular, but just know I'm here. I'm always thinking. Q-Ball said loser. I take a lot of offense to that. Oh, God. Lower gets 2 free visits with a local psychologist. Oh, my God. That's probably what you're going to need after that. And a restraining order, because that person's going to be looking for you. That person going to be looking for you. Woo. All right. Anyways, I'm going to share with you completely off topic. Let's go another route. And can we do it here? I guess we can. I filmed a video the other day that's never going to see the light of day because it just sucked. But I feel like if we did it live, oh my God, I looked up X and why did porn come up? Folks, I'm on X if you'd like to follow me. I've got 9 followers. I'm locked out of my old account. So I've got a new one. And it's AP Show Joe Original. AP Show Joe on X. Y'all follow me there. But I'm going to share with you a video. Hey, shut the F up. I wasn't ready for you. All right. I believe I should be good here. So I made this video, and it didn't come out as good as I wanted it to. The premise of the video was reacting to that new trend here in the prison genre where random strangers go and bond out random strangers from jail. We've talked about that a little bit here. Well, oh, I got a follower. When did I get a follower? Cloudy, shout out to you. Hey, that's a big deal to me. It hits different on a social media that you've got like 9 followers on. Okay, can I pull up? Nope, I can't pull that up. Forgive me, I'm trying to pull up the comments as I do this. I probably don't even need them because we're not going to be showcasing this for very long. I got another follower on X. Y'all use that? Hey, man, I ain't know people even used it like that. I saw Elon tweeted out something yesterday saying, can we be a little nicer on this platform? That shit is the wild, wild west out there. Damn, we got 320 people watching. Shout out to y'all, man. And shout out to you for your generosity, man. You are the man. That shit hits different on the phone. Denise, I see you right there. That was you that followed me. I appreciate that. Let me use my little handy dandy Ernest. Shout out to Ernest who sent me these 3D printed phone stands right here, the APS official ones. Okay. So it seems like all the rave these days is doing the random stranger bonding prisoners out thing. If I go like that, and then I go like, oh wait, I got to adjust this because I was using that for something else. Bear with me. Joe don't need to be too big. All right, and then go here, and then go here. Yeah, got it. Hopefully there's no porn on my X profile right here. All right, and then we go widescreen. Boom. All right, folks, this made the rap news right here, which makes me wonder if this publication, Rap House TV on Instagram, and I'm guessing also on X, is not running this particular YouTube channel, because when I saw this posted by them, and then I went and I clicked and I watched the video only had, oh, why does that look so crazy? That doesn't even look good. What the hell happened? Oh, that's monstrous right there. Oh, I got to change that. I should have just did it to fit the screen, right? Change. Fit the screen, you son of a gun. Transform. Fit the screen. Blase. Get rid of all that. Y'all don't need to see my open tabs. It's not important anyways. All right, boom. We're good. Sorry. Cody. 305. People did not care about the reacting. Lost 15 people. Hopefully we can live up to this. Okay, so the caption says this YouTuber bailed out a random man out of jail, but the man was upset because he is homeless and has nowhere to go. Let's watch the video and see what's going on here.
We just bailed you out, bro. What's up? Come on, man. No, we just bailed you out. Why?
I do have the audio on this, right? I would assume that I do.
I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm homeless, man.
We just go around bailing people out.
But where am I going, man? Why you?
All right, so Buddy is mad that he got bonded out of jail, but lest us not forget that everything that he's wearing right there does not look homeless to me. I think that this video is fake. That's the number one thing that I want to say about this. If it's real, I mean, shame on these guys, right? Like, there's no good answer here. This is either fake or this is horrendous. Oh my God, we are losing people at a frantic rate. I guess you guys were here for the train wreck of me talking about the fatal mistake that I made yesterday. So let's go back to the beginning of this video. In the video that I filmed, I said, look, this is too easy right here. To fake something like this, all we got to do is go fill out what looks like a prisoner release form, maybe a freaking Rent-A-Center contract, for God's sakes, right? So you've got this piece of paper that they're showing very secretly, and it's an inmate
On the top
personal property form. Description of property, owner of property. Okay. That looks legit.
Kev, that's you? Yeah. Yeah, we just bailed you out, bro.
I got
What's
another
up?
extra
No, we
one.
just bailed you out.
But why? I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm homeless, man.
We just go around bailing people out. We
Nah,
just,
but where am I going? Oh, man. Why you bailing me out, though?
I'm saying we do like good faith bails and stuff.
I
Relax.
got nowhere to go. I got nowhere to sleep. It's cold out here.
We gonna get you something to eat.
Find a place how you can get me back in there.
We gonna get you some.
I want to go back in.
We gonna get you.
I want to go back in. I don't want to be in the streets. I want to go back in.
You wanna go back to jail?
Yes. I want to go back in. I don't know why you bailing me out. Where I'm going to go? Where am I going? I was comfortable where I was at. Warm. I ain't got to pay for no rent. Good. Get me back in.
All right, so that's all there is to that video. We don't need to watch it 100 times. I just wanted to share that with you to provide a little context. Look, it's compelling. Dude's a mean actor, in my opinion. I think the video's fake as shit, just to be honest with you. I'm just going to start calling it for how I see it. Show me this guy's, I was going to say show me his criminal history, but that might not be right. Show me this arrest, this recent arrest of this guy. Buddy's coming out fresh as shit, talking about you homeless. And I hope that I'm right with this, that this is fake and for the views, which that video didn't even get very many views. When I saw it, it had like 30,000 views. Maybe it's gotten more than that by now. I'm sure that it has. But the point of this is, it better be fake, because you're playing with people's lives right there if that's for real. See, I'm not the bad guy. You're playing with people's lives. You're bonding people out. You ain't doing no good deeds. You're doing it for the clicks. You're playing for clicks. It sounds familiar. Who said that? You know, there's no way that you could spin that to me as the person who's creating that content if that is legit, that what you're doing is a good thing. You're playing with people's lives. If that man is, in fact, homeless and says that he was living better in jail, which I've seen that firsthand before, I know that that can be real. It's warm in there. Where am I going to go? The guy responds by telling him, we're going to get you something to eat. I can't sleep on a Big Mac. I mean, I guess you could. At least your stomach would be full. We'll film it too. That's what you have to do. You can't do good deeds no more unless you film them. The reason I share that with you, like I said, it was a video. Thank you for the follow, Bullet. I appreciate that. I'm going to start posting way more controversial stuff over on Twitter. All the things that I can't say that I want to say, I'll do it over there. I've lost my whole freaking train of thought over a freaking follower. Maxima says, what was the mistake? Oh, you'll see it today in the apology tour video. The point of me wanting to do a video about that wasn't so much, I mean, obviously I wanted to say those things that I just said in the video, but here's where I was going with the video. In my most laziest way possible, we could do that exact same thing here on After Prison Show, but because you're dealing with the Hannibal Lecter of content, you might as well put that face shield over me, because everything that I say put that Sub-Zero mask on me because the things that I say are viral videos. Everything that comes out of my mouth, that cell bar, viral. Joe, no, it's not, because if you do it, it's going to get 5,000 views. Yeah? Yeah? Well, let somebody else do it. And I bet you it's the greatest God blessed thing they ever saw. Oh, my God. Wes Watson, you're a genius. I'm just triggering at this point. R. Savage said, what's the X? It's AP show? Joe. I got locked out of the original one. Jacob, appreciate you, man. I mean, I do come up with great ideas. I fancy myself on that. So again, in my laziest way possible, we could take what these guys are doing, stage it for real. We'd have to, because I would never in my right conscience feel like I could go do this and there would be a great thing behind it. Yeah, man, you don't belong in jail. Nobody does. Woo! Let me tell you, you ready? You ready to see 1 billion views? So the whole premise of the video was like literally me just thinking of ideas for titles for videos that could be created like that, and then making thumbnails to accompany them. Like maybe you would find some humor in the thumbnail mixed with the idea. We could talk about that a little bit. It wasn't great. I was editing it. I was putting the thumbnails together. I'm like, yeah, this ain't it, Chief. But we could do it live, and you guys, and plus I didn't come up with as many ideas as I thought that I would. But I just came up with a better one right now. See, here's the deal. We live in a day and age where content is king. More content, it's what it is. People watch more social media content than they watch TV. 10 years from now, TV is going to be in the Smithsonian Institute. Everything that you're going to watch is going to be streamed. Maybe to your glasses. Funny Games, appreciate the join. Freda, thank you for the follow. Man, you guys are awesome. Appreciate that. Gonna gain me a couple of Twitter followers. But we live in a day and age where you come up with a great idea and look at me when I helped to pave the way for the prison genre. Granted, that took a couple of years before 1 million people are doing it, which, everybody's got the right to do this. It's share your story. Everybody has a story to share. At one point, yeah, I didn't like that, but I've matured in that type of thinking. The point that I'm making is nowadays, because every day that passes, every year that passes, this world becomes so much faster. You come up with a good idea today, tomorrow you got 10 competitors. In a week, there's 1,000. You got a good idea, we're gonna times that by 10 with how we come with it. But don't times it with me, because I'll times it by 1 trillion. Let's go with some title ideas for this cockamamie idea of bonding out randos from jail. How do you top what they're already doing? Shout out to you, NS. I see you in them comments right there. I didn't know what was going on. Oh, that side pain. Here we go. We bonded out a complete stranger from jail. Turns out he was a PDF file. Oh my God, we got to turn him back in. 1 billion views right there. What do you mean you didn't check the charges before we got him bonded out, Joe? No, I didn't have time for that. He looked like a good guy in the mugshot. He didn't even look like the type that you would see in jail. Turns out he was a monster. He was that damn that clown that lives in the sewer. That's 1 billion views right there. We bonded out a PDF file by accident. Now we've got to get him back in. So the thumbnail would be him back it up, we're live. Leave a dono for that Jim Carrey joint right there. Name another. Joe Bout went down the wrong path. So the thumbnail would be him in the back of a cop car with us like, oh my God, we'd be hitting the Home Alone joint. Mysterious Mystery says, stop watching YouTube and go back to creating it, Joe. I'm doing that. But you have to look at what's out there. There was a point in time when I wouldn't want to do that, but now you kind of got to look at it. I don't watch other prison creators. I don't know who's talking about what. I don't do it because I don't want to be influenced in any way by them. No disrespect to them. I would feel some of them probably feel the same way about it as I do. NS again with the hundo gem right there, man. Joe, we live in a day and age where Joe gonna get bank off of one movie project. We bond out trannies and send them to an all-expense-paid vacation in Saudi Arabia. What do you think, yo? Well, we do have one right now, the tree climber guy, if you remember Jeremy. I don't know if he was probably misgendered him right there, but could be something to that. I mean, I don't know how you could see that as a bad thing, right? We bonded out. All right. Anyways, forgive me because I was definitely about to go down a path. Hey, NS, man, shout out to you, brother, man. You've single-handedly saved After Prison Show. And I mean that, man. I mean that. Damn. All right, getting back to this idea of bonding out random strangers. That idea about the PDF thing literally just came to me. So that was kind of a on the whim one. But let me share with you some ideas that I had before. We bonded out a random stranger from jail. Now, mind you, when we do this, we're going to cue the violin track as soon as they're walking out of the jail. We are going to make you believe that this shit is for real because we're going to be filming this from inside a freaking visitation, them literally walking out. You won't hear them yelling at us that we can't film in here because we'll have the violin track playing over it. But you're going to see this person just walking out. It's going to be an actor off of Craigslist. It may be our tree climber, Jeremy. And, you know, they're going to get out and they're going to be like, oh, my God. And I need them to put on the tears. Okay? Put the freaking tears on. Cry, you son of a... Cry. So, I can't believe y'all did this for me. God, I can't believe it. I just needed somebody to take a chance on me. Everybody gave up. Violin track, undertones. And then all of a sudden, the violin track like screeches to a stop. Record screech. And it's like, yeah, cool story, bro, but here's the deal. We bonded you out, and you now belong to me. Yeah. And you got 24 hours to pay me back. Or else. I don't care how you get it, and we ain't taking you nowhere. Except we're following you the entire time with the camera. Billion views. Billion views. Now, again, if you're joining me late and you're hearing me say this, you're probably like, oh, my God, Joe, you're horrible. We're staging all of this, just like what I feel like is taking place with this whole idea, this new wave, bonding out random people from jail. Now, don't get me wrong. I will say this. I do believe, maybe, I want to give humanity a chance here. Maybe whoever started this trend, maybe they did this for real. But that's a lot of upfront capital, even if we're talking about $100. You know, unless you are an established content creator, which nowadays is not the easiest thing to be. You know, to put up $100, $200, $1,000 on an idea for a video, it's much more easy to sit in front of the camera and film something. So I got to believe that most of that shit probably is staged. Sean says Guardian Angel Joe. That's actually a new thing that's just starting to pop up in those New York train cars, right? I saw something about that. NS with the 10 gift memberships. The crazy thing about this is you can't decide who we membership. God, I know somebody. Somebody of those 10, and I hope not. Sparkle the Unicorn? Old school schizo? Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to NS with the generosity, man. Single-handedly, coming through in the clutch. Look at that, man. We got all these members now. Boss status right there. Do y'all have any ideas for this? Or am I just... Should I drop it? I had another idea, and I can't remember what... Like, we bonded out a random stranger, and we made them feel like they were on Squid Games. I haven't even watched season 2, so I don't even really know what I'm saying that. We bonded out a random stranger from jail, and you got to push the envelope. And they stole our car. Or they stole a car with a baby inside. I mean, that hits way harder. We bonded out a random stranger from jail. I'm giving these guys, if they're watching this video, or if they ever see this, I'm giving you the game. Hey, you want that series to continue? I bonded out a random stranger. Turns out he's got a body in Kentucky. Oh, man. NS. Yo, I feel like we got, what's the guy's name that be coming in and doing the donations in people's live streams? NS, you're like a secret Santa up in here. You're like Aiden Ross. I think it was him who did that. Yo, man, look at this, man. Paradiddle back as a member. Freda as well. Gabriel. Yo, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all say a very special shout out to NS. What are you doing? Damn, man. Hey. I ain't never seen no love like that, man. That's wild, man. Bro. Shit, Aaron's a member again. Riley Brock. Everything automotive. I've been watching you, especially close. And you know what I mean. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Super bum. What are you talking about, Strange Kitty? What happened? What did I miss? All right, I got to get ready to wrap this thing up, man, just because I need NS to... the generosity is beyond words, you know. Shout out to you, brother. I really appreciate that. I'm actually getting ready to give you a call to talk about our movie deal, so I do need to wrap this thing up. Video for today is a follow-up to yesterday's video where obviously that video gained a little bit of notoriety and possibly some of the things that I said were not received well. Oh, man, I should have just wrapped it up, man. That's wild. Every single person in the live stream is probably about to be a member. That ain't even cheap right there. 10 memberships like $50. I think that's what it is, man. Yo, man. So anyways, today's video is Sean don't even believe that it's for real. That's the world that we live in. You don't even know what to believe. So crazy. Nah, man, that shit's for real. Jerry, shout out to you, brother. Hey, Joe, Happy New Year's. Prison question, what do you do right after if you have to fight a gang member and win? Prepare for what's next. Hopefully you got that joint signed off on. But even if you did, even if that was agreed upon to be okay, which shooting the one with a gang member usually ain't really going to go down, especially if you're winning. If you beat up a gang member and that gang is about anything for real, I mean, they coming after you. They ain't going to let you make one of their dudes look soft. It's going to be soft that they got to retaliate with numbers. But I don't want to say maybe sometimes it's best to lose a fight to a gang member. but maybe sometimes it might be. You know, you got to pick and choose your battles. Sometimes it's not even worth fighting a guy. But, I mean, ultimately, you're probably going to have to, because if you don't, that could lead to being victimized. If you're anywhere that's really about it and you fight a gang member, you're not going to win because they're going to jump in on you. Shooting the one, getting that signed off on is probably only going to take place if you're with another gang and, you know, both gangs have agreed that you two are going to shoot the one. But that could potentially lead to a gang war. If you're somewhere where you're fighting a gang member and you do get the one-on-one and you do win, you're probably going to have to watch your back for some sort of a retaliation. Or if that doesn't happen, well, then consider yourself lucky. You're probably somewhere that's too soft, and that gang really ain't even about shit. But, Jerry, I appreciate that. NS, man, I can't thank you enough, man. What you've done on this live stream is unprecedented. And I'm getting ready to wrap this thing up and give you a call. Hey, look, I want to wish each and every one of y'all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy New Year's, y'all. It's the last time that I'm going to see you live in 2024. Kind of feels like we're saying goodbye here. Hopefully the world still be here tomorrow. I don't know if there's any asteroids on a collision course or anything like that. But whatever you guys get into tonight, man, be safe. Have fun. Know your limits. Don't drive if you indulge. And if you stay up to watch and ring in the new year, I hope that you do so in the company of your friends and family. And if you have to do so by yourself, well, just know that I hope that 2025 is a better year for you. Don't feel so down and out about it. Sometimes being alone isn't the worst thing. But you guys have a great one. Thank you all so much for the company. Good video, I feel like, coming for you guys later on today, and plenty of good videos that I need to finish getting edited, so that I can share them with you. Y'all have a great one. I'll talk to y'all in 2025. And prepare for the storm today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on After Prison Show. If I can get that video uploaded in time, I'll early access it for all of you new members. So y'all can go ahead and crucify me first in the comments if you so choose to do so. Have a good one. Hey, I'll see you next year. Until then, take care. Oh my God, I hit the record button. I didn't even hit the end of stream.